Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kemp Memorial Stadium in Shamokin, Pennsylvania for tonight's game between the Indians and the Red Tornadoes. Warren, we've been here watching the crowd come in from Shamokin since about 5:30 this evening, and it looks like it's going to be a big one.
Well, their stands are packed. They really are. They were packed, like you said. I got here around, I guess, 6:15 or so, and they were packed then. So they're here waiting. They're expecting a big game, and, of course, they're expecting a big win. They're 3-0. They had some big wins on the season already, Bob. And, of course, they're looking at us coming into a football game 1-2, although we come off a big win with Williamsport at home last week. I'm sure Shamokin isn't that impressed. They seem to feel that they got all the tools it's going to take to win the Southern Division, and they're going to march through the Southern Division, win it, and probably win a championship. That's what they're hoping for. We, on the other hand, we're still in the thick of it. I mean, we won our first division game against Williamsport. If we win the rest, we can certainly be champs too. We talked with Coach Dimnick, Bob, this morning. Of course, the questions were, what does it look like tonight, and how did he feel? And he had a quiet confidence about the game. He felt that if we got some breaks, and of course that's with any team needs the breaks to win. If we got some breaks early, that we'd certainly be in the game, and then we had every chance in the world to win.
I think on the other hand, Warren, Shamokin has an inner confidence from from last year in particular, with still having Stamen and still having Anaskavich, still having Hodrick, still having Carnuccio, Paul Nye. There are returners. I mean, they say they've lost their line, but there are a lot of people that are back here playing for Shamokin, doing a heck of a job for the Indians, and that's what the Tornadoes are faced going against tonight.
Oh, absolutely. This is a quality football team, and you've got inside that quality football team a nucleus of excellent, extraordinary football players in Stamen and Anaskavich, of course. It's going to be a pleasure to watch them. I mean, you don't want to see them beating us, but it's going to be a pleasure to watch them. They're two fine athletes. Throw Hodrick in there at quarterback. We understand. I have not seen him personally play this year yet. We understand he's turning out to be a fantastic quarterback, everything they thought he would be, when he first began playing the position. Now, there's some other players on the team, of course, that we're not that familiar with, but obviously they got quality skill people across the board, or they wouldn't be 3-0 and winning so convincingly. So it's going to be fun to watch either way. On the downside of this ball game for us, of course, with Mazzatessa not playing the rest of the year, we lost Joey Greco during the week, of course, with a separated shoulder. We understand he may be lost for the season too. You're looking at Bolick coming into the game. Those of you who watched the Williamsport game saw Bolick limp off. He'll be wearing a special brace on his knee. And, of course, Eric Trocchi, the bigger of the two brothers, has been hobbled by an ankle injury, actually a bone chip, which is day-to-day. Now, he says he's playing. They're putting him in the game tonight. He'll play mostly defense. We're going to miss him on offense. Whether he can hold up under this kind of hitting and the kind of tough game it's going to be remains to be seen.
One other thing we have to look at, Warren, though, is that when it's come down to it, over the years, Shamokin, Mount Carmel, for the coal bucket, no matter what the records, Mount Carmel's been on top many times, and as Shamokin's come down and or gone up and beat the Tornadoes. Same with on the other side of it. Shamokin's been the 3-0, 4-0 team. In the old Thanksgiving Day games, they were 10-0.
Yeah.
It's just a different kind of ball game. It's good coal-region football. I mean, you don't see football like this at the high school level other than in the coal region, and we're proud to be part of that.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to a great game. I really am. I think you're going to see two quality football teams bang helmets for an entire game, and that's more than you can ask, really. That's entertainment.
Well, we hope you all enjoy it. We're on WKMC TV from Mount Carmel, and we'll be back in a second with the opening kickoff.
Hope Lurch makes it to the game.
Mikey.
Good picture of you last week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Mikey, can you get rid of this post for me?
Yeah.
Danny. Excellent. Danny.
Number 41, Eric Rocky.
Back at Kemp Memorial Stadium in Shamokin, and both teams have come out onto the field. The flip of the coin is taking place right now, Warren, and a bigger crowd has come since we were talking last at pregame there.
Well, we're standing room only now, Lex. We're standing all around the end zone fence, and there's not many seats at all to look at when you look into the crowd. Both sides are well represented.
Beautiful night for football in Shamokin, Warren. It's a cool night. The temperature is expected to go down into the 40s, and it feels like it's there already.
Well, I'm not going to complain considering that I nearly died in the last couple of games.
You
of
did
the heat.
complain enough at Tamako about the heat.
My goodness. That's not football weather. This is the real football weather now.
This is it. This is the game for the coal bucket, the biggest one that you can see in the coal region, Shamokin Mount Carmel. And they're here in droves to see this game tonight.
Are we kicking off?
Yeah.
Mount Carmel area will kick to the Shamokin area Indians to open up this game tonight. Well, I'll tell you what, Bob. Both teams are wired. I mean, you can tell it from looking down there. Both teams are wired and ready to go.
It's the same as the Penn State-Pittsburgh game. It's the same, it's the same feeling you see in college.
Exactly, yeah.
The same you see when the Eagles play the Dallas Cowboys. It's that same charge. Or you see it in the coaches from Shamokin, the coaches from Mount Carmel. Everybody's up. Everybody's ready for this game. Fantini will be kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, and Kurtz and Stamen deep for the Indians. And this is the start of it. A squibber down and taken in the direction of number 23, the ball carrier, Aaron Wilk, and he's taken out of bounds on the 35-yard line. Stopped in there by number 70, Scott Paul, also number 1, Blossy, Chiclet Trocky, and also Jeff Greco in on the tackle. So the Indians will take over 1st and 10 on the 35.
We're opening up Mount Carmel area. Comes out on defense. We're going to check and see. We've got Jamin in the defensive backfield. It looks like Cavatero. Veach is also in the defensive backfield.
Carnucci and Aaron Wilkes split far right. There was a fumble on the play. Recovered in there by Hodrick, but a nice play made by Fantanarosa and Kogut and the center of the Mount Carmel defense.
Sheptalk will also be in the defensive backfield, it seems. Again, the one we're missing from the defensive backfield for the last 2 games, and of course, unfortunately, looks like for the season would be Joe Greco. So it'll be interesting to see how they adjust for him, or the loss of him.
2nd down and 12. Up the middle to Stamen, and he gains only about 2 yards. In on the tackle for the Red Tornadoes, Joe Sinkovich. Sheptalk, and also in on the tackle, Belfani. Third down and a big 8 for the Indians. Early in the game, the ball on the 38-yard line. Hodrick brings the Indians up. Split 2 receivers far right. Hodrick back to pass, rolls to the right, looks downfield in the direction of number 4, Chad Ritchie, and he's out of bounds, but it should be good for no, they're bringing it back. He caught it out of bounds. It'll be 4th down for the Indian, but he was out there, Warren.
But it's so hard to tell. As you're looking at the screen, the sideline area at Shamokin area, and that would go for both sideline areas at Mount Carmel and Shamokin on either side, is so small and skinny that it's very difficult when they're on the far side to tell whether they're out of bounds or not. We have to look at the referee all the time for a ruling.
Nice punt by Anaskavage. Chases Trocky back to the 15, and it'll be down on about the 12-yard line, where the Tornadoes will take over 1st and 10 with 10:09 left in the first quarter.
That was one heck of a boot, Bob. My goodness, he got his whole foot in that baby.
Anaskavage has been punting for the Indians, and he's doing a fantastic job for Shamokin this year. He's got some real sailors out there, and he gets great hang time, and guys like Stamen and Wilk can get down there and cover it, Warren.
Oh, absolutely. They have the speed, and Anaskavage, he's just a phenomenal athlete. He really is.
1st down, Tornadoes. Higgins at the quarterback spot, sets his Tornadoes. Back to throw, looking in the direction of Jamin on the long one. There's it. That was interference all the way.
That's interference
Chad
on
Ritchie
Shamokin
was
area.
bumping Jamin. Boy, that's a surprise for Jazz Diminick to come out with the pass right off the bat.
Well, I guess he's thinking he needs to open Shamokin up a little bit. He needs to spread that field a little bit with Anaskavich there at linebacker and a solid defensive line up front. You can't keep running in the middle. He's going to have to pull out all the stops tonight and get these guys spread out a little bit.
First down, Tornadoes on the 26-yard line. 9:42 left in the first quarter.
The other thing you look at here, Bob, we're into the fourth game now, and he's got a lot more confidence in Higgins now. I think he can let Higgins throw anywhere on the field right now and feel comfortable about it.
Ball to Sinkovich up the middle, gains about 4 yards. Tackle made in there by Anaskavich. Also down on the bottom of the pile, number 60, Matt Rodarmel, and also Hodrick in on the tackle. Gain of about 4 yards. The Tornadoes will have a second down and 6.
Good offensive line surge that time, Bob. Everybody was off the line quick, and you can see that the entire defensive front from Shamokin was sagged backwards a little bit, and that's what you want to see from Big Red.
Higgins hands the ball off to Sinkovich, brings it around this side. Nice tackle made by Anaskavich, but Sinkovich drove him about 2 yards, and a great run by Joe Sinkovich.
Now that time you saw a Shamokin defense where you had 8 men on the line of scrimmage, Bob. And Mount Carmel area, we discussed it this morning at Breakfast Club. Coach Dimnick said he would absolutely see that tonight. They would dare us to throw the ball a little bit, and that's why you saw that opening pass. That was one of the reasons you saw the opening pass, and you can expect to see more passing as the game progresses. He's got, look at there.
They're all
on the line
up now.
again.
The whole team is
Now
up
you've
on
got-
the line. Third down and 4 for the Red Tornadoes. Sinkovich fakes the pass over the middle to Jamin, and it'll be a first down, but we have a flag on the play. And coming back to the holding spot against the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah, that was thrown right into the middle of the line. But if we get past the penalty real quickly, we look at excellent play to call.
Yep, he's
8
bringing
men
it
on
back.
the line of scrimmage. You send Higgins back, you send Jamin out on a small pass, right up beyond the first down marker, and it turned out perfect. Unfortunately, it was marred by a penalty, but it's a good sign. I mean, Higgins threw there exactly what he wanted to do. He hit Jamin right where he wanted to, and it would have easily been a first down except for the penalty.
We're down to a third down and 14 for the Red Tornadoes after a tough break for the Tornadoes.
Well, this is a somewhat tougher call to make when you're making the third and 14 and you're down in your own about 21 or 22 yard line. So we'll see what Jazz calls here tonight. Now Shamokin's off the line now.
Sinkovich and Bullock in the backfield. He's going to Sinkovich around the left side. He's stopped in there. The initial hit made by 23, Aaron Wilk. Also, I guess number 60 in on the bottom of the pile, Matt Rodarmel. So the Tornadoes will be faced with a fourth down and 17. 7:46 left in the first quarter. They'll be in a punting situation.
Now we were discussing. Now we're seeing Blasi into the game, but I assume that Blasi's not going to kick since he's a late addition to the huddle. It looks like yes, Bullock will line up despite the injury he suffered last week. Will line up and punt the ball for Mount Carmel area.
Tanarosa, the snapper for Mount Carmel. Snaps back. Bullock lets one sail. It's down in the direction of the 50-yard line, bouncing now down to the 48, and is going to be downed on the 47-yard line by Jeremy Blasi. First down Indians, 7:10 left in the first quarter.
Now Shamokin has advantageous field position now. We've exchanged the ball back, and they're going to pick the ball up around their 47-yard line. So that's excellent field position for the Shamokin area offense when they take the field there.
Hodrick brings the Indians up to the line. Anaskavich, the lone tailback, with trips right for the Indians. Hodrick up the middle to Anaskavich, and stop made in there by number 64, Kogut. Also down on the bottom of the pile, Joe Sinkovich.
Well, you're going to see Anaskavich run, and there you saw an example of Anaskavich has two things you absolutely want to see in a runner. He's big and he has power, but he also has the shifty moves. He gives that subtle turn, and he's quick with his feet, and that makes a big man like himself a very dangerous man in the backfield.
Hodrick coming around the left side on the option, and He's initially hit in there by number 60, Klingerman, and then knocked out by Bolick and Jamin. Also, Fantana Rose. I watched Bolick and Jamin hit another guy.
Yeah,
it looked like they were hitting Hodrick, but it was actually the hit being made by Fantana Rose on the ball carrier. But there's some nice hitting going on in there by both teams.
They're measuring this for the first down. They don't look to have picked it up right now. No, they didn't. They're less than a yard short of the first down.
This is where the Indians can surprise you with that long bomb, too. He's not afraid to go and let one fly right here.
Well, Coach Zielinski has a lot of weapons. I mean, it's obvious. He both on the ground, in the air. He's got talented receivers. He gets a big tight end in number 90, Carnuccio. He was someone we were told to watch out for again this morning by Coach Dimnick. So there's a lot of people you got to keep your eye on, and a lot of quality skill people, and that's very difficult to defense.
3rd down and inches, 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Hodrick with twins left. And a scavenge up the middle, and he stopped.
He didn't get it
in there. The initial hit made by number 77, Sean Zarkowski. Fantana and Kogut in on the stop, and he lost about a yard on that play.
That was a perfect play by Zarkowski. Now, he lost more than a yard that time. Now it'll be interesting to see what Shamokin area does.
4th down for the Indians and about 2. 5:30 left in the first quarter, and they're going for it.
This is real confidence
Hodrick
here.
brings the Indians up to the 44-yard line. Hodrick on the option play, going right, and he's going longer than right. One guy to stop him is Veach down on the 5. Touchdown, Shamokin.
There's a play that's tough to defense. Your short yardage, they line up, they're lined up tight. They look like they're going to try and bash that yard out of you, and they run the option play. He gets through once you're past the first line of the fence, when you're lined up on defense like that, you're gone. There's no one left. He lined up a receiver out there who carried our defensive back Veach all the way down the sideline, which he had to cover, and unfortunately, he gets in.
Well, on that option,
early.
you have to get somebody covering him coming across and making sure he pitches.
But when you're tight, when you're defensively tight like that, that's a very, very difficult play to defense. And you saw what happened when we tried to.
Anaskavage in the kick for the Indians and holding Hodrick on the hold. Snaps back, kicks up. And it's good. With 5:09 left in the first quarter, the score, the Shamokin Indians 7, the Mount Carmel Red Tornado 0. Anaskavage kicking off for the Indians. Vitero. Who's deep back there? Vitero,
Sinkovic, and Fantini.
And Fantini are deep for the Red Tornadoes. A little change there in what we've had back there. Chalky's been back there in the past. Nice high kick over in the direction of Sinkovic. Takes it on about the 15-yard line. Brings it up, looks up the middle, still on his feet, and up to about the 30-yard line.
I'll let you know in a second. 60.
Down on the bottom of the pile for the Indians, number 60, Matt Rodarmel.
You can tell what kind of hitting is going on there. There's a kickoff where just about every player on both teams hit the ground at least one time during the return. There's some hitting going on out there.
4:54 left in the first quarter.
Now, Mount Carmel area's got to keep their helmet on. They've got to forget about that quick score, and they've got to stay with the game plan. They have a good game plan, and if they follow it, they can still win this football game.
Higgins on a straight drop back, hit in there, and down, bringing the Tornado quarterback down was number 73 of the Indians, Bob Nye. Bob Nye, a senior 260-pounder, and he's been around a few years for Shamokin, Warren.
Yeah, we've heard his name a couple of years. They've got some good people on that team. They got people who have been around, some experienced people, and they're able to bring young people in, at the same time. And that's a good mix for a football team. You're seeing the same on both sides of the ball right now.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes with 3:57 left in the first quarter. Vitero in motion, pitch back to Bolick, breaks it through a hole and comes down to about the 35-yard line. Stop in there by number 26 of the Indians, Wade Allman.
That was a nice run by Bullock. He made a nice cut at the line of scrimmage, found the hole, and followed it through. He picked up, I would guess, and where the ball was that about a 7-yard?
Yeah, it's about 8-yard.
7 or 8-yard gain. So that's a nice run by Bullock. And again, Bullock's hobbled a little bit. He's not playing at 100%.
Now they go back to Trocky and Sinkovic in the backfield. 3rd down and about 5 yards to go. Higgins pitches back to Trocky, and Stamen and Anaskavage were in over the top of everybody on that play.
Well, that was a blitz, Bob. That's what they blitzed. Both players blitzed. Anaskavage cut right through between the guard and the tackle, and so quickly that
that's
the
that
play
same
couldn't get
blitz. We
started.
saw that last year, very heavy, and that's just one thing they'll do. They'll come at you, all 11 Indians.
We're going to have to learn to watch for that, though, because that's one of their favorite defensive plays. You're going to see the linebackers, and of course Stamen will be the other guy you'll see a lot of red dogging from, so we've got to be alert to that.
Bullock back to punt for the Red Tornadoes with Stamen and Richie deep. Kick down, hits on about the 42-yard line, and is going to bounce down to about the 33, where the Indians will take over 1st and 10 with 2:21 left in the first quarter. Number 62 into the Red Tornado lineup. Ron Zito at defensive left end. Coming around this side to Hodrick, and he's nailed in there by number 60. Jason Klingerman, a nice play from the right defensive end spot, also helped by Sean Zarkowski on that play.
Oh, Klingerman's come on like a gangbuster this year. He really is. He was mentioned again this morning at Breakfast Club, and if you remember him, he had the key fumble recovery last week against Williamsport. He's all over the field, and he is one hard-nosed, tough guy. And you'll be hearing his name a lot both this game and through the rest of his career.
Indians faced with a 2nd down and 20 with 1:24 left in the first quarter. Draw play to Anaskavage up the middle, and he breaks it around to the right side. Nobody over there but Jamin to knock him out of bounds, or Votero knocked him out of bounds. We have a flag on the play, and it looks like this one's coming back, Warren.
Yeah, it's in the holding area, and that's exactly what it's going to be. They're coming back. It was thrown right in the middle of the line play, and almost every time, it's going to go against the offense. Yeah, there's no discussion there. It's coming right back. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. That's going to give Shamokin area. You're going to be looking at a 2nd and about 30. Okay, 30 yards. 2nd and 30 now.
2nd and 30. The ball on the 21-yard line. 1:12 left in the first quarter.
Well, I wonder what Shamokin area has on a 2nd and 30 call now.
Well, they have split far right. Fake pump, and it's coming, and he let it go out to Stamen. Covered nicely by Votero.
No, ladies and gentlemen, no. If that goes against Mount Carmel area, that is a bad call. It did, and that is one stinky call. There you have it. I'm saying it out loud. This guy made a stinky call on the sidelines, and he had to wait and think about it, Bob, before he even did it, and then he screwed up throwing the flag. So right all the way through this whole play, that guy stunk. That's it. I have no sympathy for this guy at all. None. This is a big game between two teams, hard hitting, and he's waltzing around screwing up a call like that, which was just completely dumb.
Indians will have a 1st down and 10 with 1:05 left in the first quarter. The ball on the 36-yard line. Hodrick on the option again, flips back to Anaskavage, and he bowls over Sheptalk and goes to about the 44-yard line.
Well, another penalty flag is down, and this one's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Nice tackle made in there, I think, by Trocky. I think Trocky finished the play
The way he was
off.
running, I don't know who knocked him down.
I got
but-
watching the penalty after.
Yeah, I think we're looking at an unsportsmanlike conduct call, I think. It was a very late penalty, and it was thrown, and he was pointing right at a Shamokin area guy when he threw it. There it is.
It's going to be against Shamokin.
Yeah, he was pointing right at the guy when he threw it. And that was actually, that was a pretty late penalty. I mean,
well, Anaskavage had gone by that spot.
He was fooling
time.
around a pretty long time, and that's 15 yards, I think, on that one. Yeah.
Well, the ball's back now to the 25-yard line. Indians will be faced with a first down and 20.
Well, the Indians are hurting themselves with penalties right now, both that holding call and now this call. Coach Jelinski cannot be happy about them. Those are the kind of mistakes that hurt in a big game.
Hodrick sets the Indians with a full backfield. It's going to be Stamen around this side. Nice play made by Klingerman and Joe Sinkovic.
Yeah, Sinkovic had a great play. I saw Klingerman lurking around there too. He's
Jason,
in that
yeah,
play.
he closed up the end, and then Sinkovic made the tackle. But a nice play by the Red Tornadoes. 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Second down and 21, no gain. The Indians come out with Stamen and Ritchie split far left. 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Hodrick on the option this side, and that was done extremely nice by Klingerman. And then the tackle made by Trocky, number 41, and also looks like Zarkowski was in on the tackle.
Yeah, Trocky filled the hole well, though. He really did. He's on his helmet.
Well, Klingerman turned him. You got to turn the quarterback before he can get out. That's the end of the first quarter. The score, the Shamokin Indians 7, the Red Tornadoes 0. Back to start the second quarter. Indians come up with a third down and 19. Hodrick has the Indians split far left and right. Back on the straight drop back, looking downfield in the direction of Stamen, and double coverage by Jamin and Vitero.
Yeah, I think he did the best thing there. He got the ball high and out of bounds. He wasn't going to make the catch, and he was well defended.
Indians will be faced with a fourth down and 19 in a punting situation, and Anaskavage back to punt for the Indians.
The one thing that Mount Carmel area might worry about on that last play was that Hodrick had so much time to throw the ball. He wasn't really pressured at all on that play.
Snaps back. Kicks up. Almost blocked. It wasn't. It dribbled down to about the 46-yard line, and wasn't one of Anaskavage's better, but he had a hard rush on him.
It was an odd punt, though. For as hard as he kicked it, it hit the ground and stopped
Just
dead.
stopped.
It didn't roll one way or the other.
Pitching wedge out on that one.
Yeah, you would have thought it was going to take off when it hit the ground, and it didn't.
Ball's on the 46-yard line. First down, Red Tornadoes, 11:42 left in the first half. Jeff Trocky and Joe Sinkovic in the backfield for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins back to pass, rolling to his left. He's going to run with it. Now he looks, finds Sinkovic, but he's knocked out of bounds by number 9 of the Indians, Hodrick.
Now another late flag hit the ground.
A flag on the play?
Right. I don't know what we were doing. Let's see. Yeah, he may. Okay, Frenchie said he passed the line.
Okay,
where is the line on the other side there? I don't see
the first. It's right down here on the Red Tornado side, and he was about a yard past the line from what the referee is marking.
I didn't where he threw the flag. I wasn't sure that's where he was marking, where he stopped or what.
No, I think he threw the flag where he stopped and threw, and that's what he was watching.
Yeah, that's what they're going to call an illegal forward pass. I'm not sure what's the penalty on that, Frenchie. How far now? That's a 5-yard.
5-yard penalty.
Is that a loss of down? Yes,
loss of down.
Loss of down. So that hurts.
Second down and 15 for the Red Tornadoes with the ball on the 42-yard line, and a pretty hard rush on Higgins that time as he was rolling to his left, and then finally did pick out a receiver, but it was as he crossed over the line. Jeff Trocky comes over in a split left with Joe Sinkovic in the backfield. Up the middle of Sinkovic, and in there, number 75 of the Indians, Tim Heitzman.
Well, you're seeing you're seeing offensively now, we saw that time you saw Higgins roll out. And the reason we're rolling him out is because Shamokin's not budging off the line of scrimmage, Bob. They're still sending 7, 8 men at a time, up at the line of scrimmage, and they're rushing heavy. Now, the way to defense that, of course, is to roll quick and to hit a guy in the flat. Or quick over the middle. You've got to open up quickly. You can't let them set up because there's no way that your 5 guys are going to block their 8 guys. It doesn't work that way. You've got to leave somebody in the backfield for protection, and then you got to hit somebody outside very quickly.
3rd down and about 13. Higgins back on the quick pass, but he's drilled in there by number 58 of the Indians, Jeff Steele.
That's exactly what I just said. Now, they just illustrated it for us, so we want to thank them for that. But, they're shooting us, they're hurting us because they're lined up so tight on us.
Well, we're so tight. We're tight, though.
Yeah, well,
if
there's not much else we're going to do that way unless we open them up a little bit.
You got to spread them out to get them
maybe
off our
maybe
get them
quick
off our
pitch
back.
them a little bit, something like that. But you've got to get them off the line of scrimmage, or they're going to eat us alive.
Bowling back to punt for the Red Tornadoes. 9:55 left in the first half. Bowling sails a nice one down in the direction of number 4, Chad Ritchie, and he made a nice catch to keep that ball from rolling on the 30-yard line.
That was that was a suicide catch there. He was. I give him a lot of credit for going in for that one. That's a hard catch to make.
First down, Indians. 9:39 left in the first half. Anaskavage and Stamen in the backfield. Stamen, the ball carrier, out around the left side, and he's got the speed to go out there. Stays in bounds, knocked out by Sheptalk. Also over in there on the tackle, number 30, Aaron Jamin on the tackle. And again, all the way over there, Jason Klingerman, the defensive end. And he made some nice speed out there to stay out there was Klingerman.
Oh, absolutely. They turned a corner on that. I mean, you can't let Stamen turn the corner. That kid is too good for that. You're gonna have to pinch him back in because he gets around that corner. The only guy that's gonna keep up with him speed-wise is Vitero.
First down and 10, Indians, the ball on the 44-yard line. Pass out here to Chad Ritchie. Veach makes a nice one-handed tackle on the 48-yard line after about a 3 or 4 yard
flag
gain.
Down again.
We have another flag on the play.
That one's going to go against Shamokin, too, it looks like.
Ineligible receiver downfield, Warren.
That's kind of an odd call for as fast a pass that was. It was such a quick opening pass. How did they get someone downfield so quickly like that? You wouldn't usually see that on a play like that. The quarterback didn't scramble or anything like that.
Well, what happens sometimes there is one of the linemen just forgets it's a pass play and goes.
Yeah.
And that's just what happened. Probably one. We didn't see it for sure, but we followed the play out here with Veach and Ritchie.
Yeah, right. You're not always looking at what's going on there.
Usually one of the linemen's going downfield just as if it's a running play, and that's probably what happened.
Let me take a quick second here as we go and remind you that you people who are watching us tonight are watching WKMC TV, the Mount Carmel Area High School broadcasting service, and we are on microwave signal WLLX 267.
Hodrick to Stamen around the right side. Missed out there, and then finally taken down by number Sheptalk and also Vitero. Sheptalk and Klingerman, the defensive end out there, and he's all over the field.
We played that very well, very well. I'll tell you what, though, you got to like Stamen. You see how he stopped on a dime that time? My goodness, he put the brakes on immediately. He was in full tilt there for a while.
Second down and 11, 8:25 left in the first half. Belfani back into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes. Hodrick, he's going to roll to his left, looks downfield and throws it over the head of Stamen. So the Indians will be faced with a third down and 11.
Just in this short amount of time that we see Hodrick, he's a good-looking athlete, but at the moment it seems like he throws better when he sets up, when he's in the pocket, rather than when he's rolling out. And of course, I mean that's a very hard thing to do, is roll out and pass. But that might be what Mount Carmel area would want to do, is get enough pressure that you put him on the move, and maybe he won't be quite as accurate on the move as he is when he's set up in a pocket.
Ritchie and Stamen split far left. Anaskavage, a fake up the middle. Klingerman in on him, looks downfield in the direction.
No, he didn't catch
it.
It
looks like in the direction of Ritchie, but it was an incomplete pass.
I tell you what, there was one heck of a fake to Anaskavage. I watched him run halfway down the field before I saw him at the ball. A good fake, very good fake that time.
4th down Indians. 7:56 left in the first half. Viterro and Trockey. Jeff Trockey, Chiclet Trockey.
Yeah, the Chiclet
You got to
man.
remember both Trockeys, so
Yeah,
when they're sitting at home watching it on,
yeah.
right, they know which
Eric-
one we're talking about.
Eric and Jeff.
Jeff is deep along with Viterro. Ball back to Anaskavage. Lets one sail in the direction of the 30-yard line. Chiclet Trockey takes it.
Oh, my
Down
goodness.
about the 25-yard line.
Oh, what a hit he took. There's the flag is down, yeah.
Boy,
he was
He
speared.
took a long hit after, long after he was down.
That was uncalled for there. Ooh, he could have got hurt. I mean, that's what you want to be careful. That was a good late hit. In a game like this, though, you got your adrenaline pumping. A lot of times you're not going to stop down there, and that's what occurred. I guess Chiclet's reputation as being slippery preceded him on that one. They wanted to make sure he was down.
It was just down a little too long on that one.
Yeah, he was down a little too long.
7:47 left in the first half. The ball on the 41-yard line. 1st down and 10 Red Tornadoes. Wayne's calling a blitz, and he saw it. It was all piled up there in the middle. Sinkovich taken down by number 73 of the Indians, Bob Nye. And I'll tell you what, Warren, they are just sending everybody. Wayne's pumping it in our ear back here. They're just coming.
That time they weren't the 8-man front. They had
line.
backed off and went to the 4-4. But you saw the two linebackers.
Everybody
you could tell they were
though.
going no matter
Right,
what. So
right.
it's the same difference as having an 8-man line again. And the only way to beat this line is, one, get outside of them or go over the top of them. That's the only way it's going to work.
2nd down and 9 for the Red Tornadoes. Split back to Viterro, breaks it up the middle, and it'll be almost good for a 1st down. He tackle made by number 4 on the play, Chad Ritchie.
Now that was a good-looking play there. Viterro ran well there.
They're going to have a 3rd down and inches for the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah, that was a nice-looking play the way that's set up. And again, that beat the defense they were in that time.
We have a officials timeout. Guess what it's for, Warren?
Tell me, it's a helmet
helmet.
adjustment.
You
again.
got it. You got it.
You got to definitely make an inferior helmet somehow, because we do a lot of fixing on the field. It's going to be our chance, Bob, to get the helmet concession. We can make some money on this thing. Learn how to fix these things. We can make money on these games.
3rd down and 1. 6:23 left in the first half. Wassey back into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes.
Now this is a big 1st down for Big Red. They want to make this and get themselves on track a little bit. You know, it's been pretty much 3 and punt.
Still pick out that put number 10 in the left tackle. Light run off left side. Light run left.
Higgins sets the Red Tornadoes, pitches back to Viterro, coming around the left, and that's going to be close to the 1st down, and he'll get the 1st down.
23.
Tackle made in there from the Indians, number 23, Aaron Wilk.
That's what you want to see. We needed the 1st down to get ourselves going a little bit. We didn't want to have to punt right away. We're across midfield. We're in Shamokin area territory now. You got a lot of time, 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. A lot of time to score some points here.
5:40 left in the first half. Higgins sets the Red Tornadoes with Viterro, Sinkovich in the backfield. Pitch back to Trockey, coming around the left side, cutting it to the sideline, knocked out of bounds on about the 41-yard line, 42-yard line.
Yeah, he's When you get to the sideline, forget it because it's so hard to tell down there. But yeah, it looks like around the
it's
40.
way back up. We missed that one.
He stepped out of
by a long
bounds.
shot.
Yeah, but he stepped out of bounds. It's not where he was tackled at. You can't see anything because the sidelines are so tight down here.
2nd down and 6, 5:23 left in the first half.
That's it.
Likes to run to the short side because of the congestion.
Yeah.
So the back can break through.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes. Vatero nailed in there by first shot number 73, and on the tackle from the Indians,
That's
Bob
a fumble.
Nye. Ball recovered by the Indians. Fumble on the play.
Tough break for Big Red. They just get that first down in their belt, and the next play, or second play after the first down, we fumble the ball. Fumbles in a big game like this can kill you. We're still over 5 minutes to go. Big Red's defense has got to tighten here. Shamokin area takes over the ball on their own 45-yard line.
First down and 10, 4:59 left in the first half. Ritchie and Stamen split. Anaskavage in the backfield. Hodrick fakes it to Anaskavage. Rolling around the left side, going to run with the ball.
Klingerman.
And hit by Fantanarosa and Jason Klingerman.
Klingerman made that play 2 times. One, he stood the end up and he fought him so that Hodrick had to kind of go around him. And as he got around him, he broke quick and tackled him. Great play by Klingerman that time.
2nd down and 10, 4:30 left in the first half. Hodrick to Anaskavage on the draw play. Still up on his feet. Taken down by
Fumble.
a fumble on the play.
Yes, it is. We got it. I think we got it. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, no, he's terrible. He's terrible.
Oh, boy. They're going to call the ball down there, but it was out bouncing around before Gary hit the ground.
Well,
It's going to be a 3rd down and about 3.
we're gonna have to be able to stop Anaskavage a little better than that. He was hit 3 or 4 times. You know, at the line of scrimmage, and he still got out.
to this point has not been stoppable by anybody. He continually grinds out the yardage, has the way of doing it, and he's doing it again tonight here. Hodrick on the option again, takes it around, and Klingerman in on the tackle with a real nice play.
Another great
also,
play.
down on the bottom, Fantanarosa with the tackle.
Yeah,
Also, Jamin getting up on the tackle.
that's exactly what Klingerman's supposed to do when he sees the option coming at him, and he screwed the whole play up by playing the position perfectly that time.
We're going to have an official's timeout for a measurement here with 3:12 left in the first half.
My guess, Bob, is that with Klingerman, the way he's playing the defensive end over on our right side, they're going to have to come the other way sooner or later because they're not able to budge him right now.
What the Shamokin fans were yelling about right there is the official, when he put the yard marker down to measure it, he bumped the ball and moved it backwards and actually didn't give him a first down. We have a timeout here called by Shamokin. 4th down and inches for the Indians. Anaskavage, the lone setback for the Indians in the backfield.
Now, this is where we got to be a little heads up here, and Jazz is definitely going to have to get off the field.
He's thinking about it. Anaskavage on the left side, and he'll get the first down just by short yardages, but a nice tackle made by Aaron Jamin also in there.
It's too bad they didn't run at Zarkowski because he took his man 3 yards into the backfield. I don't know what he was doing there, but great line surge by Zarkowski, and they went just to the other side of him, and he missed making the play.
First down, Indians, 3 minutes left in the first half. Ritchie and Stamen split far right with Anaskavage in the backfield. Hodrick on the option, pitches back to Anaskavage. They're missed in there by about 3 tacklers and finally taken down by Belfani. That's going to be close to a first down for the Shamokin Indians.
Anaskavage has certainly lived up to his billing so far. My goodness, he is hard to bring down.
First down, Indians. The ball's on the 34-yard line, 2:32 left in the first half.
You gotta latch on to that guy's leg, and you gotta hold on to it, or he's gonna take off on you.
A big offensive series for the Indians, also a real big defensive series. Nice play made by the Red
fumble
Tornadoes.
recovery.
That's a lateral, so it'll be first down. Jamie Bollick.
There's Bollick. Bollick made that play. Jamie Bollick, ladies and
Covered by
gentlemen.
Sheptokin.
Oh, fabulous play. Shot the gap as a blitzing linebacker. Caught Hodrick just as he was pitching the ball. The pitch went a little bit wide, and we recovered the football. We needed that. We could not let them march in for a score there.
Tornadoes needed. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. The ball on the 42-yard line. 2:11 left in the first half.
Ooh, we can breathe a little sigh of relief there because they were marching down the field a little bit on that one. That was a great heads-up play by Bollick.
Vitero, the tailback for the Red Tornadoes, in a tight formation for the Red Tornadoes. Back to pass. Over the middle to Jamin. Nice catch made by Aaron. Still on his feet. Down to the 45-yard line. And the Higgins to Jamin show starts again.
Oh, that Jamin, though, that was great. He caught the pass in traffic, eluded two guys as he caught it, and picked up another 3 or 4 yards. Great pass catching there. And a good throw. Excellent throw by Higgins. And I'll tell you, it's fun to watch Higgins, Bob. In these 4 games, he's matured so much.
Yes, he has.
He's so confident back there.
Tornadoes come up to the line of scrimmage.
Eric and Jeff. Jeff is split left.
Vitero and Blasi split far out, and Trocchi at the wing position. Goes into motion, Jeff Trocchi. Higgins on the straight drop back, looking down the middle. Looking in the direction of Vitero. Hits Blasi over the middle. Good for a first down for the Red Tornadoes.
Oh, good heads-up play by everybody that time.
Good blocking by the Tornado line.
Boy, we're looking, and this is exactly what I said. You got to loosen these guys up. You got to get the ball over their head. Now they're not lined up.
Shamokin calls timeout with 1:02 left in the first half. The Red Tornadoes down 7-0. The Tornadoes come up to the line of scrimmage. The ball on the 33-yard line. 1:02 left in the first half. Vitero in motion. Higgins on a drawback, and he's nailed in there by number 23 of the Indians, Aaron Wilk. Nice tackle made by Wilk from the corner. It looked like he came from the cornerback spot. I don't think he's a defensive end over there.
Now Carmel area wants a timeout.
Timeout called by the Tornadoes.
I thought that play looked like he was supposed to hit Vitero as Vitero went back into the flat, but I don't know what we were doing there. Wilk was in so fast it was hard to do anything really.
Diminick comes off the field after he talks to the Tornadoes and sets an offensive series for them with 47 seconds left in the first half. Higgins coming around the Vitero, and he trips on the 38-yard line. 39 seconds left, and we're going to have another timeout called by the Red Tornadoes.
We're not on? I thought we went on.
36 seconds left in the first half. 7-0 Indians.
Oh, this is Mount Carmel's deepest penetration of the game so far. And I'm sure that Coach Diminick, with only 36 seconds left, it would truly love to come away with some points. This is a tough Shamokin defense to try and get some points on right now, so far away from the goal line. But it looks like he took a play in that he's pretty confident with.
Well, he wanted to stay in and call it again. He wanted to run that play.
He lingers in the huddle longer and longer these days.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes. On the straight drop back, looks down in the direction of Otero, and he's bumped. He was bumped, but they're not going to call it. Jeff Hodry bumped him, no doubt about it. Sorry I say that, but that's what he did.
I'm starting to consider that these referees may have been doing their first game. That's what I'm going to say. It's their first game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to say that now. They're going to work the kinks out of their game. In another 5 years, they're going to call the game the right way.
4th down with 30 seconds left in the first half.
Well, this is it. I mean, we better have a good one here. At least get the first down with 30 seconds
Tornadoes
left.
set up on the line. Higgins rolling to his right, looking back over to the left on a screen. That's not going to work. It's going to be a fumble on the play. Picked up by number 58, I think, of the Indians, Jeff Steele. And the Indians are going to have a first down on the 36-yard line with 18 seconds left.
Well, that's definitely not the play we wanted.
Well, I'll tell you what, Warren, if the Tornadoes don't soon start splitting some ends out, they are just going to be crushed in there, and they're going to get Higgins beat up because
I'm not sure
what
what we were doing that time. Because
that was a screen over to the. It was a
we were trying to
left,
screen him, and they just let him in too fast.
We still got to open this thing up more. You got to get receivers out where these cornerbacks aren't going to be charging in.
Yeah,
like
they're daring us to throw the ball right now.
Cornerbacks are making the plays right now, and just because they have nobody to cover out in the flats. 7-0 Indians. The ball on the 36-yard line. Anaskavage, the lone back for the Indians. Ritchie and Stamen deep. And he's looking this side. Anaskavage, he's there, and it just over his head. Covered nice by Veach Bolick for the Red Tornadoes.
That was a nice play, though. Anaskavage was out there, but we were with him that time. And again, you're on that sideline, and I know everybody's thinking about the fence being about 15 feet away from you every time you get on that white line. That's definitely a short sideline area.
12 seconds left in the first half. 2nd down and 10 for the Indians. The ball still on the 36-yard line. Same play set formation for the Indians. This time looking still in this direction to Anaskavage. And Bolick was on the cover man on the play and nicely didn't hit him after he dropped the ball.
Again, he was high on both of those, Bob. Both of those passes were a little too high for the receiver to get. But you can see they're trying to isolate Anaskavage, and that's certainly a good way to do things. The way he's been running.
Timeout called by the Red Tornadoes.
That'd be our last, I think, right now.
6 seconds left for the Indians. Hodrick will be going deep, going for the end zone on this play. Pitches back to Anaskavage.
Yes,
he's going to go deep. Back on the zero pass to Hodrick. He's looking for it, and it went behind him. And that's going to be the end of the first half, but an exciting first half for Mount Carmel and for Shamokin. The score at the end of the first half, the Indians 7, the Red Tornadoes 0.
Okay, gang, we're here at the halftime stats. Both teams are beginning to take the field, so I'm going to rush through this a little bit. Mount Carmel area in the rushing department rushed the ball 15 times for 2 yards. The individual rushing shows Sinkovic, 5 rushes for 5 yards. Vitero, 4 rushes for 13 yards. Eric Trocchi, 1 rush for a -5 yards. Jeff Trocchi, 1 rush for 4 yards. Bolick, 1 for 8. And Higgins rushed the ball 4 times for a -23. Of course, that's reflected in the sacks, is where you see that minus coming up. In the passing department, Mount Carmel is 2 of 3 for 24 yards. Both Jamin and Blasi caught 1 pass apiece and for 12 yards apiece. Mount Carmel area rushed or passed for 4 first downs in the first half. Shamokin area, on the other hand, on the rushing department, they rushed the ball 17 times for 80 yards. In the passing department, or individually running, Anaskavage ran the ball 5 times for 23 yards, Stamen 4 for 25, and Hodrick was 8 times for 40 yards, and of course the 1 long one for a touchdown. In the passing department, though, Shamokin area is a little surprising. They are 0 for 7. They have 5 first downs on the night, so it's 5 first downs to 4. Quickly, if you look at the statistics as I just read them, it's a tight game. That's reflected in the 7-0 score. Nobody's running over anybody else in this game. Right now at halftime, it can go either way. Again, it's two good defenses are what's showing up at the moment, and that shows, in both the yardage and the first downs in the first half. So it's anybody's game as we almost are ready to begin the second half. We'll be back in about a second or so.
Mount Carmel will receive to start the second half.
Well, you got to feel good right now. Mount Carmel area definitely feels good. They're only down 7-0. The statistics were even, pretty much across the board. They're dominating, I think, from the line of scrimmage defensively. Again, Shamokin defensively, which they're very good, is kind of giving us some problems on offense. We've had some trouble getting on track and getting down the field, but it's anybody's game right now as we start the second half. I mean, it really is. And with us getting the ball, it'll be interesting to see how we adjust to Shamokin's 8-man lines that they've been throwing at us for the whole first half, and they definitely caused us some problems in the early going.
Well, not only the 8-man line, but the 3 backs being up as close too. The cornerbacks and the safety are right up on the line. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, we have Sinkovic, Vitero, and Fantini. Anaskavage will kick off for the Indians. And you know what? I think it dropped about 10 degrees, Warren.
It's definitely colder than it was a couple of minutes ago.
Sailing kick in the direction of Vitero, off his fingers down to about the 2-yard line into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback in the end zone.
Well, we definitely weren't going to pick the ball up there. I think it was hot or something. We passed the potato around and nobody picked it up. We'll get the ball on the 20-yard line, which I think is fortunate right now when you see what was going on down there.
Oh,
it could have been a lot worse.
Sailing kick over the head of Vitero, and it went off his fingertips, bounced around, and then Fantini had a rough time picking it up, and it went into the end zone, which in high school football is an automatic touchback.
Now, we definitely needed that, I think, at that time anyway.
Higgins with Vitero and Blasi split far out. Sinkovic, the ball carrier, off tackle, spins around, gains about 3 yards, and taken down by Stamen after about a 3-yard gain. Second down for the Red Tornadoes.
A good hard run by Sinkovic. Stamen made a nice tackle. Had he been able to shake Stamen, I think he would have made some yardage on that play.
Ball's on the 22-yard line.
Watch the outfield funny in.
Yeah, we need to be able to string some first downs together here.
Geary the center with Scott Paul and Kogut on the left and Shikatano and Machuzak on the right. Vitero, the ball carrier, and he's stopped, only after about maybe a 1-yard gain.
Again, Shamokin is playing tough defensively. They really are. They're stacking that line up, and they're daring us.
Bob Nye in on the tackle. Also in on the tackle for the Shamokin Indians, number 60, Matt Rodarmel. Third down and 7, 10:43 left in the third quarter. Vitero split far right. Jeff Trocky and Sinkovic in the backfield for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins gives the ball to Sinkovic around the left side, and he's drugged down there by number 23 of the Indians, Aaron Wilk. Nice play made by Wilk.
Big Red will be in a punting position now with 4th down coming up. Bolick is in the game to punt the ball, being a 4th down and 5. And again, not much success against Shamokin area Indian defense at the moment.
One thing the Red Tornadoes did there, Warren, was open up a little more in terms of splitting ends out very far.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in a definite far split out, and it looked like maybe they were just trying to see something on that series of downs going into the early part of this third quarter. Big rush on. Bullock gets the kickoff, and it bounces down, and it's going to be stopped on about the 40-yard line, but it was good for Jamie Bullock to get that kick off.
Oh, my, that was quite a rush. They went after him big time. He did a nice job of getting the ball off that time. Shamokin area will pick the ball up in pretty good field position on their own 40-yard line or so.
Sarkowski in at nose for the Red Tornadoes. Fantanaros at one tackle, Kogut at the other tackle. Klingerman at right defensive end with Belfani at left defensive end.
Oh, another helmet change here now.
In the defensive back, we have Sinkovic and Sean Sheptok. I always forget Sean's number. I don't know. I have a rough time with
22,
that.
right? I got
The
him
backs
now.
are Veach, Jamin, and Vitero. Stamen, the ball carrier around the right side. Veach out there with him. Takes a swipe at his ankle and brought down over there by number 87, Belfani. Gain of about 9 yards, so Shamokin will be faced with a second down and short.
Well, they did what I said we might start seeing them do in that first half. They went away from Klingerman, who's been wreaking havoc on the defensive right side, and now they're running the other way. So they're going to give, I guess they're going to give Belfani a little bit of a test here for a while and see how he does.
Stamen really hoofs it when he goes out there, too. He's moving. Anaskavage up the middle. He's hit. Back on his feet and gains the first down for the Indians. Taken down by Aaron Jamin, Sheptok, and also back there Mike Kogut. First down, Indians with the ball on the 43. And boy, there was a pop right in the middle there. 2 helmets hit. One was Anaskavage's, probably Kogut or Sean Zarkowski in the middle, and he just stayed on his feet and kept rolling.
Yeah, he was stopped and hit hard right before he made the first down, but he is just proving extremely difficult to bring to the ground.
First down and 10 Indians. 8:09 left in the third quarter. Pitch back to Anaskavage around the left side. Finds a little running room and stopped in there on top of him. Number 30, Aaron Jamin. And boy, I'll tell you, Jamin's covering from all different places in that cornerback spot.
The problem with that is that they're in the secondary making the tackle, and that's not what we want to do here. That's another Shamokin first down, and they've come out here right now kind of breathing fire on offense.
Well, the Shamokin coaches seem to have adjusted well to something. They're finding a play on the outside there, Warren, that they're capable of running both directions. Hodrick sets the Indians with Anaskavage and Stamen. Pitch back to Stamen, going quickly around the outside. Knocked out of bounds by Jeremy Blasi with a nice tackle.
There's a flag, I think, on the play.
Flag on the play.
I'm trying to, yeah, it is a flag. It's hard to see it down there. I think let me see what we're looking at here.
Shamokin's clapping, so it appears it will go against the Red Tornadoes, but they probably will accept the call. We have a personal foul against the Red Tornadoes.
Ooh, that hurts. Now, that's the kind of penalty that hurts you. I didn't see it, though. Unfortunately, I don't know who did what there.
Well, this is a big one because this will be 15 yards, taking them right down to about the 14-yard line, where the Indians will have a first down and 10 with 7:25 left in the third quarter.
Oh, killer penalty there. I mean, killer penalty. You don't want that to happen.
Hodrick sets the Indians. Stamen, the ball carrier, breaks it out to the left side. He has this corner at the shot at the corner of the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
Penalty
for
flag.
Shamokin,
Penalty
but
flag
there is a
on the
flag
play.
on the play. Flag on the play. This one's coming back. It's a clip.
Well, we shot the cannon a little early there. That cannon fire scares the bejabbers out of me every time it goes off. Clipping Shamokin area Indians, and that's as big a penalty on them as we just took a little while ago, so we even things out there a little bit.
Well, even actually bigger on them with now being the first down and 25 and having to get to about the 4-yard line for a first down.
Harder and tight.
Indians set tight again. Around this side, that Ritchie,
Tackle, will you?
Klingerman in on the tackle,
And Jamin.
and also Jamin in on the tackle. They gained about 1 yard on that play. But Mike Fantenero's also in on the play. He was down in that area where we can't see him more.
Yeah, once you get down below us. That was a good defensive play because it really looked like he did a lot more than he did. It looked like he gained a lot more yardage than he actually picked up.
Shamokin appears to be coming out with a tight formation and trying to run wide out of it. Now they go back to the set that they had early in the first half where they had two receivers split far right. Anaskavage, the lone setback. Anaskavage, a ball carrier. Scott Paul in on him, missed them. And they still on his feet and gains about 3 yards. There were a host of tornadoes down there on the bottom of the pile. Jamie Bullock getting up. I see Kogut, Blossy getting up.
Well, if I can read what Shamokin's doing now, and of course that's why I'm not coaching anywhere, but we've run, 3 or 4 or 5 straight plays on either side. Now you're going to look for the quick opener up the middle. That's what you're going to see them do. I think you're going to see them bang that middle now and see if we loosened up a little bit.
Okay, I'll go the other way. I'm going to go with Richie around the left side.
Okay.
And they'll fake us all out and throw a pass out of this tight formation. But anyway, Hodrick sets the Indians.
Well,
He's rolling, looking straight over to Anaskavage. He gets the ball. Almost tackled and hit twice. He was hit by Klingerman and finished off by number 77, Sean Zarkowski. And he gets down there. He'll have about a 4th down and 4.
Now, this will be an interesting call from Shamokin area standpoint. Although it looks like they're going to go for it without even thinking about it. That I might add, that's why you and I will still be broadcasting because.
But we did guess the pass. At least we had the pass in our plans too. Sinkovich into the tornado lineup for Sheptalk.
Big play, big
sets
fourth
in
down
with
play.
4th down and 4 yards to go. 5:30 left in the third quarter. They're going to the left side. Hodrick bumped his left rear end, and he's going to roll to his right, so that really wasn't what it meant. Touchdown to Carnucci. Tony Carnucci with a touchdown reception from Jeff Hodrick.
Well, we just got fooled on that play. He was left wide open. No one saw him come out. It was a little bit of a delay off the line, and he just moved laterally across the line and big rush on, and Hodrick got the ball off. But I think somebody was supposed to be watching him and covering him as he came across.
Shamokin has really mixed some plays. There's a flag on the play there, Warren, but they have really mixed their plays up a lot tonight. I mean, they have come out of different formations and different sets, and now they might go for 2 if they move the ball out that 1 foot closer. He's coming back in with some, looks like his Chad Ritchie comes back in. So this is his running offense. The tee's thrown back in by Anaskavage, so they will now go for 2. 5:19 left in the third quarter, 13-0.
Well, the interesting thing, Anaskavage must still be wearing his kicking shoe, right?
Well, probably he left the shoe on because he threw the tee in. They're going to Stamen around the right side, and he's going to get in the corner without anybody touching him.
Oh, he's very quick. My goodness, he got around there in a hurry.
We have 5:19 left in the third quarter. The score, the Indians 15, the Red Tornadoes 0.
See, now they have me wincing for that cannon shot.
Well, I guess we knew they weren't going to Anaskavage because he had the kicking shoe on.
He still had his kicking shoe on, so I knew he didn't have time to get it off.
He kept it on to kick off now, too.
It worked out pretty well. At the rate he runs, he probably doesn't matter.
That's right.
Whether he has it on or not.
Gary Anaskavage with a squibber, and it's covered over there.
Looks like Rocco.
By Rocco Chicatano.
The Rock Man fell down
Good
and got
play
her.
by Rocco. I'll tell you what. Shamokin was trying to pull one right there. He was going
That's
for it.
heads up. Guards aren't used to seeing the ball
That's
rolling
right.
towards them like that. He made a good play there.
Higgins sets the Red Tornadoes. Viterro in the wing. Sinkovic and Chiklitraki in the backfield. Higgins on the straight drop back. Looks downfield over this direction to Viterro. And again, oh, I'll tell you what.
Well, at the risk of sounding redundant,
The word of the week.
The word
redundant.
of the weekend. That call by the referee also stunk. Big time. Stinko right down the line. That stunk. These guys definitely need to work on their refereeing. Now, we already gave it that it's their first game, but I'm worried.
Second down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. 4:55 left in the third quarter.
Oh, my goodness. You hate to see this in a tight game.
Higgins pitches back to Sinkovic. And I'll tell you what, he was nailed by number 23 of the Indians, Aaron Wilk. And
That
that's
was
that
Stamen.
quarterback coming in.
Yeah, but that was Stamen that made the
Stamen
play
also,
there.
okay.
He was the whole play right there. He really was. That was an excellent heads-up play on Stamen's part.
Tornadoes faced with a third down and 19. Higgins back to pass, a draw play to Trocchi, going around the left side. And I don't know, I think the initial hit made by number Aaron Wilk seems to be over there, and also number 58 of the Indians, Jeff Steele.
And it's hard when they all blend together over there against their own sideline. It's hard to tell them. Again, Mount Carmel area is now doing probably less than they were in the first half offensively. They've got to get on track.
Indians have started moving their defense too. They went real tight on that third down, the second down play.
Well,
on the
mixing
third
it up.
down play, they just had an open defense that you could just see what was going to geared at the run there, and they got it. Ball bouncing now by Bullock, and it's going to be down by the Red Tornadoes on the 34-yard line. The Indians first down and 10, 3:16 left in the third quarter.
As we have a short break, again, the FCC rules require us. Let me say that we are the Mount Carmel Area Broadcasting. We're broadcasting WKMC TV Mount Carmel Area High School, and we are WLX 267.
Stamen up the middle, in down on the bottom of the pile, 64 Kogut. Also down there, number 35 Viterro, and getting up the bottom of the pile, Sean Sheptock. Indians. Oh, go ahead.
We're still on our FCC things. The WKMC TV is, of course, microwaving their broadcast signal to Boyer's Knob area of I guess Shamokin is somewhere we're by here, and we're broadcasting over the service electric cable system.
Scavenge pitch out right. 64 Kogut.
Anascavage, the ball carrier, stopped by number 64 Kogut on the play. Third down and about 5 for the Indians. Two minutes left in the third quarter, and the defense for the Red Tornadoes has to hold here. Hodrick to Ritchie coming around this side. Klingerman's there. He misses him. Now he breaks it up the middle, and he's stopped in there. Fantana Rose in on the tackle, but a couple of them down. John Zarkowski down on the bottom pile. Aaron Jamin there.
Well, there were a lot of guys in the tackle, but you're going to have to give credit to Klingerman actually for what went on there. Shamokin area in punt position now, Bob.
Fourth down and 4. They're in punt formation with Viterro and Jeff Chiklitraki deep for the Red Tornadoes.
I'm lost.
Anaskavage with a booming punt over the head of Chickatrocki, down to the 5, and it's going to be down on the 4-yard line by the Indians. What a nice punt by Gary Anaskavage. Beautiful kick.
Well, we change position here, and the Mount Carmel offense comes on the field. Let me take a quick note also to get some more office work out of the way. We want to thank our cameraman Dave Fetter tonight, and of course our technical staff, Marcy Ibanez, Kelly Klusman, Sean Reed, April Harris, and of course a special thanks to our producer and mentor, Mr. George McPhee.
He's your mentor?
He is now.
Is he?
He is.
I didn't know he was your mentor.
And pretty soon, if he keeps this up, he'll be a dad.
Higgins with the short pass to Jamin over the middle. First down, Red Tornadoes.
Well, that's how you got to do it if you want to beat the stack line.
.25 seconds left in the third quarter. Bullock again, the lone setback for the Red Tornadoes. Movement on the play, and it's going to be a flag against the Red Tornadoes, illegal procedure. So again, we're back to our first down and 15, Warren.
It seems we like that position somehow. 61 into the game, Jim Fry. He's replacing Rocco Chicatano. And 37, Sinkowicz also into the Mount Carmel area lineup. Here we replace Jamie Bullock on a 1st and 15 call now.
End of the third quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 0, the Shamokin Indians 15. Higgins sets the Tornadoes. The start of the fourth quarter. Chickatrocki up the middle, and he goes to about the 24-yard line. Nice run by Chickatrocki.
Quick opener that time. Chalky made the best out of it. 7 or 8, I guess 7-yard gain. They're going to call to bring up, 8-yard gain. It's going to bring up a second and they changed it to 3, a 7-yard gain. Scoreboard had a little trouble deciding whether they were going to make that one.
He had a 1st and 15, so it's 12. Yeah, 12-yard gain.
Yeah,
12
definitely.
Yard. Higgins to Sinkowicz around the left side. Gain of about 3. It'll be close to a first down.
23-58.
Yeah, I think he picked the first down up that time.
Tackle was made in there by Aaron Wilk, and also on the tackle for the Shamokin Indians, Jeff Steele. Trocky limps off with that bad ankle again, and boy, it's just going to bother him probably all year.
It really is a shame. He's such a tough kid, plays it such hard. He just does not want to come out of the game, but at the same time, he knows that he's hobbled and he can't help the team when he's hurt.
Higgins back to pass. Looks over the middle at Jamin. To the 40, to the 50. Jamin breaks it down to about the 32-yard line. Fumbles, and the ball goes out of bounds on about the 25.
Great move by Jamin. And unfortunately, he's hurt right now. Jamin is on the ground. I don't know if he has a cramp or... Oh, great play by Jamin that time. Nice pass, throwing him a thread-at-the-needle pass. He picked the pass up, made a great move, and came down the sideline. And now he's paying the price with what looks like a very painful leg cramp.
Looks like a painful leg cramp. He was running hard, and usually on a cool night like this, when you run hard, that leg does cramp up.
And unfortunately, we had the entire medical team down here with Eric Trocky, so now they're going to have to go down and check out Aaron. Jamin is still down. That's definitely a leg cramp.
Yeah.
Aaron Jamin gets up and walks off the field under his own power, but he does have a little limp out there with that leg, Warren.
Well, either way, great play by Jamin. He deserves a little breather there.
Shamokin's coming on this, but now they drop back, looking at it. Over the middle of Blassie. Oh, just a little long out of the reaches, and covering on the play for the Indians, number 9, Jeff Hodrick.
Nice looking play that time. He had to bring the ball a little bit shorter than that. And if you looked at Higgins there, Mike knew it as soon as he threw it. He bent down. He knew he threw it just a tad too long.
10:29 left in this ball game with the ball on the 25-yard line.
Jamin, I believe, Jamin has returned to the lineup. So that was just a leg cramp, which is painful but minor, thankfully.
Vatero and Bolick in the backfield with Sinkovic at the wing. Looking back this direction to Vatero. And a nice play made in there by Aaron Wilk, number 23, and also down under Vatero, I think is
20.
Got a number on him there.
27 is I don't know. Nope.
Wade Allman was
26,
also in there,
okay.
26.
That was good defensive play that time. He was really well covered in the corner down there.
3rd down and 10. Big 3rd down play. Well, not really. They're going to go 2 downs here, Warren.
Yeah,
So
they're in 2 down
they have
territory.
3rd and 4th down here, and
The ball's resting on the Shamokin area, 25-yard line.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes.
Look for a blitz here. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Anaskavich has the blitz. Blassie on the screenplay, but read nicely by number 23, and Anaskavich put Higgins to the ground.
Yeah, Higgins, Mike took a good, solid hit, and he's a little shaken up there. He bounced up right away, and Jazz is talking with him here. But you could see that play coming. You saw Anaskavich line up. You saw he was coming, and he shot the gap immediately.
Well, every time we've tried to run the screenplay, it just appears Shamokin has too much speed.
Yeah.
You know, even when our linemen release, it's just too fast for how quick they come in there. We have an official's timeout on the play. There must be an equipment adjustment taking place somewhere on the field.
Pick a different shot there. Pick a different shot. It's not monotonous.
4th down and 8. Big 4th down play for the Red Tornadoes. Vatero goes in motion. Higgins rolls to his right.
Blitz.
And he's pounded in there. Hit first by number 50 of the Indians, Bill Butke. And also on the tackle, number 73, Bobby Nye.
A lot of pressure, a lot of defensive pressure on that series.
Nice defensive stand by the Indians on 4th down and 8. And they will take over 1st down and 10 with the ball on the 31-yard line. Probably expecting them to try to run a little time off the clock here if they can, Warren.
Oh, yeah. 15 to nothing, 9 minutes, 17 seconds. I don't think they're in a hurry right now, that's for sure.
Stamen goes in motion and come up the middle to Anaskavich. Kogut in on the tackle down on the bottom of the pile. And then finished off by Fantanarosa.
Well,
Vatero also in there, and there's still one other guy down on the bottom.
Kogut, I think, is going to...
Number 62,
Zito.
Ronnie Zito's
Not
in.
Kogut, he was there. He got up, too. If you're going to run time off, there's no better guy in the world to run it off with would be Anaskavich. Obviously,
right.
He's just a bull. I mean, he just does not go down.
2nd down and 5 for the Indians.
Backfield. Stamen left
Pitch
side.
back to Stamen going around the left side. Brings it back into the middle, and he'll get close to the 1st down. Tackle made by Fantanarosa. Also Aaron Jamin in there and Vatero.
Boy, there was some vicious hitting on that play. My goodness. A lot of hitting off, not exactly on the play, off to the side and on the back side of the play.
We're going to have an official timeout for a measurement.
They're banging some helmets out there. Jamin's kind of gingerly coming off the field. I'm sure that leg is going to be mighty sore. He's probably suffering still a little bit of the effects of that leg cramp. Third and 1 for the Indians. 8 minutes and 15 seconds remain in the ball game. Again, they lead 15-0.
Hodrick sets the Indians with a full house backfield. Hodrick with the ball yet. And he's going to get the first down.
That was a broken play.
That was a broken play, but Hodrick saw the hole and just took it himself after the back had gone through, and he didn't get the ball to him. He went through himself.
Well, that's when you know your luck is going your way, when you have a broken play and you still pick up the first down. So not much you can do about that.
.7:42 left in the game. Stamen the ball carrier around the left side. Takes a block, reads his block nicely. Ritchie had made the block over there, or it could have been Anaskavage.
It was Anaskavage.
Terrell knocked him out of bounds. What a nice block.
Yeah, he took Blossy on the end. Again, now they're beginning to chew some yardage up along with time. They've kind of got Big Red Rock on their heels a little bit here defensively. And this is nothing fancy now. Now they're just grinding it out.
Second down and 1 for the Indians. Stamen around the left side. Fantanero's in on the initial hit, also in on the tackle, Blossy.
I don't know where they're going to mark his progress, but good play by Fantanerosa that time.
They're gonna. It's going to be third down.
He's on the other side of the line.
He didn't make it that time.
Third and 1. Basically, they're in the same spot. Maybe a little less than 1 to go now.
7:02 left in the ball game. This one's a tight formation for the Indians. It looks like they're going right at the middle. But they pitch it outside to Stamen around the right side. And he's going to turn the corner. He's down to the 30, to the 23, and knocked out of bounds at the 18. And I'll tell you what, the Indians made it look like they were going up the middle and broke it to the right side, Warren.
Now he is one heck of a runner. He is so fast. He is so fast. He gets around that corner, and it's a foot race. Now Big Red's going to have to be careful here now. There's 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the ball game. They can't let another score. This game's going to go out of reach on them. They played a really tough game, a good game.
Hodrick brings the ball up to the line. Anaskavage up the middle, breaks it to the right, and brought down in there on the bottom.
Flag on the play.
and Sinkovic in on the tackle.
There's a flag on the play. It's going to go against Shamokin. It's right in the middle of the line there. In fact, one of our guys was standing on it, is why you had a hard time seeing it.
Personal foul against the Indians.
Now that'll drive a coach nuts when you get down.
Well, when you're up by 15, yes.
Yeah, you get down to the 10-yard line and somebody commits a personal foul. That drives a coach crazy. We have a. I didn't even see that in the midst of everything. There is a Mount Carmel player down. Is it okay? Frenchie tells us it's Belfani. We see 62 Zito. I am assuming he's going to take Belfani's place in the lineup.
First down and 19, Shamokin with the ball on the 25-yard line, and the clock ticking in the other direction, Warren, down to 5:56. Stamen on the left side, hit by Fantanerosa, still on his feet.
That's Anaskavage.
Breaks it around breaks it around the left side, and Blossy runs him out of bounds, down probably around the 12-yard line.
Now we have a Shamokin area player down on the field that time. Anaskavage, once again, I mean, he is just unbelievable. Will not go down. He was hit by 3 or 4 guys at the line of scrimmage or behind it, and he still picked up.
Anaskavage carries his weight well.
Oh.
He stays low to the ground. He's not, he can't get knocked off his feet.
No. And for a big guy, I mean, he's listed at 6'2". Usually big guys aren't that agile as far as, your footwork. He is absolutely a premier ball player. He really is. And again, and so is Stamen, for that matter. He's the same kind. He's a little smaller, but just as dangerous.
2nd down and 8 for the Indians. Heydrich pitches back to Stamen around the left side. Breaks it down to the 5. Touchdown, Indians. Nice run by Stamen.
Shut Mikey's son. Oh no, is that Mikey's son standing right there?
Anaskavage on for the extra point. Snaps down, kicks up, and it's good. So with 5:16 left in the game, the score, the Red Tornadoes 0, the Indians 22.
Shamokin area about to kick off here with 5:16 remaining in the game.
Anaskavage kicks one. It's going to be short this time. Bounces on the 22. Taken short by Fantini and brings it up to the 30-yard line.
29-26 made the tackle.
First down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. 4:58 left in the ball game. Higgins drops straight back, looking over the middle of Blossy. Finds him there, and almost intercepted by Stamen.
Stamen made one heck of a play there. Little too high for Blossy to handle, and Stamen was right there.
2nd down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes.
Well, Stamen had a real head of steam on him when he was going by there. That's what made it hard to handle.
Yeah, he was going in the other direction, definitely. .438 left in the ball game. Winding down. Indians up 22-0. Higgins on the end around the chiclet. Back to the 27, and a nice tackle made by number 23, Aaron Wilk. Penalty on the play.
What are we, I don't know what we're doing here, Bob, now. What's the call here?
Well, there's no call whatsoever yet. It's a personal foul, and it's going to be against Shamokin.
Okay, it's going against Shamokin. Wilk made a great play defensively on the thing. But I didn't see what he did then. I don't see what happened afterward, or who it was for that matter.
Now, I'm not sure it was Wilk. Because
I don't know. I said he made the play, but I don't know what happened after that. I just know Wilk made a good play to bring him down, and then I didn't see, and the flag was up in the air in a second. I didn't see what happened.
We're still discussing it, though. Even though we've moved the ball, we're still discussing it. Now all 4 of them are in on this one.
Okay, well,
they're going one more 5 yards. They had marked off a personal foul of 10 yards. And it is a 15-yard penalty, which in turn will close to a first down. The timeout here called by Shamokin. 4:11 left in the ball game. 22-0. Shamokin up. Put it on, George. Put it on. Zielinski came out and gave it to the referees, and I don't know. I can't believe you're up 22-0 and you're giving it to them. It just unbelievable, Warren. You know that he would do that.
I can't tell what happened at all. I don't know what precipitated to begin with.
We have unsportsmanlike conduct called against the Indians coach, and he's coming back off the sideline.
We had an unsportsmanlike conduct call on a play. The Indians then called a timeout as it was being marked off, and apparently they called it again.
The second one was called against the coach.
Against
Coach
Zielinski,
he came out after the.
But I don't know why he would had a problem either.
Chiclet, the ball carrier, stopped after about a 3 or 4 yard loss. Jeff Steele in on the tackle for the Indians.
Again, Higgins took a good hit that time. Mike's getting bounced around here in the waning minutes of the game. We're at the 3 minute and 50 second mark of the fourth quarter here at Kemp Memorial Stadium.
Higgins hands the ball off to Chiclet up the middle. Oh, and he's hit nice in there by Jeff Hodrick. Down on the 40-yard line.
Another flag.
This one's going against Chiclet Trockey. This one's coming back against the Red Tornadoes. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he started talking as soon as he got up, and that one's coming back in the other direction.
The game's kind of deteriorated now down to, I guess, a shouting match on the field between everybody.
That is 15 yards coming back the other way. So the ball will be on the Mount Carmel 45-yard line. 3:18 left in the ball game. Second down and 16 for the Tornadoes.
Well, you know, the only guy who suffers from this really is Jose, the statistician, because
just has to mark all
balls moving up and down, back
ways,
and forth.
Right.
It seesaws back and forth on penalties, but nobody ever moves the ball. You look at his sheet, and there'll be about 24 scribble marks where he's trying to cross out what's going on here.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes. Straight drop back, rolling to his left, taken down by number 50, fumble on the, no, recovered by Mount Carmel. Stopped in there by number 50, Bill Buckley.
Higgins is having a hard time down there.
Where's Buckley from? There was a Buckley from, no, what was his name? Played for the Eagles. Berge, that's right. I was close. Buckley and Berge.
They both
that's
had B's in them.
Felon and failing, right?
there were 2 B's in both names. That's good.
2:26 left in the ball game. Third down and big for Mount Carmel. 26 yards to go.
I think it's always colder when you're losing now. I think that's what this is becoming now. Why it's getting so cold in here.
Higgins back to pass. Well, it was an inside, just like a draw play to number 38, Gary Spears, but boy, in there was number 58, Jeff Steele. Gary Spears has 38 on. For anybody that has the program at home just looking through it, he was wearing 30 there for a while, but now they've changed to 38.
And the worst part of this is the new uniform should be in a week or so, and that'll change a bunch of numbers again. So I give up trying to figure out who's who anymore.
Bullock back to punt. Lets one fly. A nice high sailing kick taken by Stamen. Fair catch called for on the 40-yard line. And 24 up on top of Trockey, and the ref did a great job of breaking that up, whatever that little fisticuff was.
Well, I'll tell you what, things are definitely getting out of hand now. You know, this is a tough backyard rivalry, but you don't like to see this at the end of the game on either side. This is definitely turning ugly out there.
Stamen was nice enough to give the ball to the ref, though. 1:22 left in the ball game, 22-0.
We have a quarterback change, and I didn't see it happen.
We have a first down and 19, and we're punting.
No.
Well, that's what they have
okay.
up on the board, and that's what they have here. There, he changed it. Okay.
4. Okay. Yo.
Fake punt. Oh!
Flag down. Again.
This one's gonna be a late hit back there too, isn't it?
Now, this is an absolute unfortunate set of circumstances for the last 5 minutes.
Well, the game went so smooth up until the last 3 minutes, Warren.
First down.
Hey, when I played, I'm glad we beat these guys 40-8 when I played. Nice play now.
Yeah, this is incredible. I mean,
well, now we're going to see a 4th down and 3. We have a timeout called
You're
here.
calling that one right now. 4th and 3, huh?
That's correct.
This is.
Should be first down.
No, 4th and 3.
This is so hard to keep track of now. I mean, there was so much going on in the last 5 minutes, all of it bad. 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalties, late hits, coach getting a penalty. You don't often see that. I mean, we saw a lot of things happen, and I said, none of them are real good football-wise. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go. Of course, Bob, Big Red's going to sink to 1 and 3 on the
It's a first
season.
down. Frenchie was right again.
Yeah, it is a first down, yeah. Mount Carmel will go to 1 and 3. Of course, Shamokin will have a perfect slate at 4 and 0. Once again, they're in the driver's seat in the Southern Division. I guess they'll play. They need to play Pottsville and Shikellamy, and who else? And how many are there? 5 of us, or just?
Yeah, they have Shamokin. All will end up only.
Okay, yeah, because Shamokin, I'm not counting. Okay.
Right.
Those two teams will win against those two. Will seal a Southern Division championship for them in the division anyway.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes with 1:15 the ball on the 38-yard line. Straight back to pass. Boy, I'll tell you what, he was hit hard by number 23, Aaron Wilk.
Minute and 8
Beach
seconds
into the
to
lineup
go.
for Higgins.
Gutsy performance by Mike Higgins, the freshman tonight. Can't say enough about him. Veach now playing quarterback for Mount Carmel area.
Spears the ball carrier up the middle and gains maybe about a yard.
Bobby Veach, of course, is a sophomore signal caller for Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes. Higgins getting a much, much deserved rest coming out of the game now before things get any uglier down there.
3rd down and 9, 44 seconds left in the ball game. Higgins played one heck of a ball game for the Red Tornadoes tonight. Veach gives it to Zinkovic up the middle. Gets down to about the 28-yard line, and he's tackled in there on the 28.
Another flag up in the air.
And that one,
19 seconds left in the game. Mercifully, it'll be over soon.
that was going against number 58 of the Indians, and I just can't believe it. There's no reason for them even to be worried about hitting out there. They're up 22-0. I just can't believe it. 19 seconds left in this one, and the coal bucket will return to Shamokin.
I won't return there. It'll stay there.
Stay there.
It's not going anywhere is what it comes
it'll
down
go
to.
back to the school. It's here tonight, so it'll return.
Okay, that's all the further it's going to go, though.
9 seconds.
Short
8.
trip.
End around to Vitero. And he's popped in there by the Indians, and that'll be the final play of the ball game. With the final score, the Indians 22 and the Red Tornadoes 0. George. There it is, Warren, the coal bucket between Mount Carmel and Shamokin being held by the Indians cheerleaders. And they'll present it to their team as the team comes over to the 50-yard line at Kemp Memorial Stadium, where the Indians won 22-0.
A well-deserved win, and they certainly deserve to keep the bucket for another year.
Indians have a road ahead of them now, though, that can be rather short in the Southern Conference.
Yeah,
they only need
absolutely
two more wins, and they have a way of being able to be Southern Division champions after this game.
They're in the driver's seat truly now, and they're a good team. It's gonna take a good team to knock these guys off right now. They're playing with a lot of confidence that they come into a game and they're pretty sure they can win it. As we talked about, the skill players, of course, Stamen and Anaskavich showed everything we heard about them before. They lived up to their billing. And with those two guys staying healthy, and that would be a key, of course, to Shamokin, like it is with us, with our guys. If they're healthy,
one
they're
other
going to be
thing
tough.
they have going for them is Hodrick. You know, he proved on the option play. He was able to run. Their line, where we heard was young and new, you know, still did a great job in terms of Nye being there and, a few of those other big guys in the middle there. So Shamokin has a strong and a healthy team going into the rest of their Southern Division matchups. As for the Big Red of Mount Carmel, now 1-3.
We dropped to 1-3.
And from here on in, it's playing for their pride.
Yeah,
some of the things that can happen, some good things happen tonight, though, for the Big Red. Higgins played an extremely good ball game, and, we were really proud of the way he played tonight. And also, I think the whole first half was played very well by the Red Tornadoes.
Oh, it was a good game in the first half. Certainly, we were evened up with them. In the second half, they got a little away from us. Offensively, they began to grind out some yardage, made some big plays. And, again, you got Anaskavich bouncing up the middle of the line all the time. It's hard to stop them. Mount Carmel area has got nothing to be ashamed of. They played a tough game. The game, unfortunately, was marred at the end. You don't like to see that on either side. Both teams hopefully will put that behind them. Mount Carmel area now looks down the road. We travel to Danville in another away game, our second away game in a row next week. And, of course, Danville's a team we've played scrimmage-wise, it seems like forever.
Ever, right.
But in recent memory, at least, we have not played them in a regularly scheduled game. So we're not sure what to look for from Danville. Mount Carmel's got to regroup. We got to hope that nobody was injured out there. We didn't see any major injuries. So we'll look for the whole team to be back. And we're going to have to rebound a little bit at 1-3 and take the Danville Ironmen on at their stadium next week and have a good performance and bring a win in.
Well, that's it from Kemp Memorial. The final score, the Shamokin Indians 22, the Red Tornadoes 0. I'm Bob Else.
I'm Warren Altamar.
See you next week.